time to kind of refresh the strategies here. They picked BOE. They like to play BOE with the Relic strat, but it did not pan out. We're going to Kurstal as KSV Black's map pick now. It will take first ban, GLuck will. But this is just exactly like what we saw in the previous series where the better team, quote-unquote, picks macro maps, dominates. However, we were surprised by the weak performance of Tempest on Towers of Doom. Maybe KSV Black disappoints as well. I wouldn't bet on it.
Let's see. It is Towers and Black. If you know their macro, and then GLuck is also not a team that majors in macro. Of course, they have improved in their macro play, but not at the same level. It's going to be tough. I think GLuck will be thinking a global, even the Haka. We saw a Brightwing game yesterday. Maybe even a false stat sometimes.
Uther banned. Hoping for the Maiev. If KSV Black can show us anything from Eastern, don't think they're going to let this one through. They have picked it every time it was available. And that shows us that they think that it is the strongest hero in the game right now. Almost everyone would universally agree, but when an Uther ban like this comes out, KSV Black could ban Genji, which has like about 100% involvement in all of GLuck's games. They will pick him no matter what. It's Relic's basically only hero. I want to look this up actually. So far, Relic.
Maiev is picked.
God, they
Genji was banned.
So they banned the Genji because, or is Tracer Junkrat rocked in? I want to like write this down before the strap gets ahead of me. Genji has been played by Relic 16 times this season. Is a Genji one trick, you could say at this point. Might be playing the Maiev now that it's left available. But I can understand KSV Black banning the Genji. His next most played hero is Greymane at 6 games, so 16 games to 6. And Greymane is no longer meta. That was when Greymane was picked more than Genji in HGC Korea. So they better hope that this Maiev pick is going to be good enough because they don't have Relic's Genji. KSV Black did this knowing the Maiev would be locked in. They've got a plan. Junkrat being taken this high on the draft is because Junkrat pairs so well with Maiev, you can't allow him to go on the other side. Go watch the Eastern Clash if you don't know why. Combination of pairing with Riptire and
Prison is
insanely
powerful. Insanely powerful. Basically, at least a single kill, maybe a double, maybe a triple. Pairs up so well with not just the Junkrat, so many other heroes as well.
We saw KSV Black play Karzim with Junkrat on Tomb of the Spider Queen with the Tracer. No, it was with Genji actually. The Karzim ban is because of that, I think, and it is going to be double support Tracer. Only KSV Black is playing this, by the way. This is not double support meta, Resonant Sleeper, it's back. Only KSV is doing this exclusively, with some exceptions with Tastar and Tracer on some other teams, but like this is, KSV Black is running it a lot, even non-Tracer comps like Genji I just mentioned. So the Karzim ban here makes some sense. Means that they have less burst potential with this composition, but GLuck, what do they want to run now? It's all about the DPS. Could run Zeratul with the Maiev, we've seen it before. Combo potential not as strong, but there's a lot of ways to get picks, obviously, with Maev's Tether.
Karazin ban is kind of a weird one for me. If they had a Tracer, maybe it could be a threat. I don't think it was the hardest support to work around with when was going to be a Tastar option available for Black. So they finished up with Liming and Leoric, very tanky front line even with Sanctification. I think they're looking for that exact wombo combo to finish the game.
The Arthas pick here is fantastic, a rare pick, and will be played by Kyocha. You have to imagine in this setup, Kyocha doesn't play Tracer anymore. It's usually Rich, although with Reset playing some Tracer recently, Rich might be playing Junkrat, two heroes that he plays. The Arthas is going to be strong against the Tether. If you grab Arthas and pull him in, he will just simply slow everyone that's involved in that exchange. You can also get some counter Howling Blasts. This is before Maev's recent nerfs, by the way, that were listed in the PTR patch just a few days ago. So, no nerf on the Warden's Jump and all that stuff. Same Maev we saw at Eastern. Relic will be on the Maev, so his first career game of Maev. When his Genji is taken away. Rich on the Tracer, Reset on the Genji, so Tist on that Arthas. So Kyocha's flexing to the Tastar, his old 2016 favorite.
They can switch that around. Sake used to play a lot of Tastar also. He was a support, and they're the support duo for the team.
Another key thing about the comp of KSV Black is that it's not going to stack up very much. See, Recall can get you out of the Warden's Tether, whatever that's called. I like to just add Wardens to like whatever way I describe things, and that's like usually how Maev's abilities are called.
Bind?
Yeah.
Yes.
Umbral Bind, I think is what it's really called. So those that they're going to be kind of split with this composition, meaning that it's going to be tough to get the resets on the Q. Oh boy, this could actually be a kill. Pulse, yep. Should be it. Saron, bad history on this Leoric. If I wanted to tell you guys the exact stats, I would tell you he was 3-3, so 50% win rate on.
But if you go into the KDA, I remember him dying many times. Of course, trade value, but not as much if you die more than 6-7 times in a professional game.
His KD 42 kills, 76 deaths at the moment. Sake gonna eat that orb, but they're still gonna get out scot-free here. The kill onto Leoric just takes away a lot of the soak potential. The reason why Tist can play the Arthas instead of Kyocha, and because Tist is a main tank player and Kyocha has a lot of experience, competitive experience on the Tastar, but also because KSV Black likes to run Junkrat as a solo laner, and it's going to be kind of a race between Junkrat and Leoric to clear mid and bottom while they rotate as a 4-man with this Arthas pick. So that's why Kyocha is able to make this flex move. And it's fairly successful for them so far because they missed that wave top when they got the kill onto Saron. So KSV Black grabs this camp. They're actually going to win this battle, win this trade here. They do have to use the recall, which is a bit painful.
But all they want to do is to push their wave a little bit because they have a lot more time to work on. They have so much wave clear. Junkrat is going across the lane to make sure to not lose any EXP. Meanwhile, they have a lot of time to actually pressure into other lanes, so they're using that time to do just that.
Okay,
you
big
really have to be lucky
down to... What were you going to say? Sorry.
You have to be really lucky if you want to look for any kills. You don't even have a Junkrat, but Rich going in with the parting gift. Perfect damage!
Yep. Blowing up the Tyrael. I just want to mention that Relic went for a kind of a weirder build. Going for the Umbral at level 1 instead of the Q build that we've seen exclusively in Korea and in Eastern. I don't think we saw this build every single time either. Just always the Q at level 1. So, heavier commitment to the Tether against a comp that's high mobility. Going to be tough to actually make that happen. Reset here, taking a lot of damage, but he does peel enough for this altar to get taken. KSV Black, could they get the rare triple with that pick onto Tyrael? It's definitely possible. Rich has another pulse in just a second. Overlord barely survives. KSV need to retreat. Tist gets the shield. Relic is playing with fire here. Oh my god. Rich nearly goes down. Does have a shield in just a second. Holds onto his pulse bomb. But KSV Black gets the rare triple.
They have 40.
The 40-0 dream is possible.
It is possible. Everyone at home watching this right now should be praying bless RNG for that 40. It is possible, guys. And this is how you started. This is exactly how you started. You end up losing at least one all the time. But with this kind of pressure, with those kind of movements and how GLuck's dealing with Tracer, it is... they don't have an answer against it right now.
Well, KSV rotating down. Overlord is greedily trying to clear this wave up at the front. They're going to invade this camp. So much damage already on the Milky Way. This is not a good look. Kojo wants to clear this wave. He was headed down, but gonna wait for reset to help him clear it. When his Side Storm's on cooldown, he's coming over. I don't think GLuck should actually commit to this. Oh man, Overlord gonna get picked. Great pulse bomb by Rich. Tether coming through here for Relic to help him retreat, because KSV Black had to disengage and keep their distance, otherwise they would have been pulled in. Relic's Maiev so far has been decent, but not overwhelmingly impactful. Post 10, obviously, there's a lot more they can do with Li Ming, and obviously with Entombed as follow-ups, or even March of the Black King could be good in this situation. But KSV Black has total control over the map. The cannon tower, or the cannon towers, the walls is what I'm really trying to say. Damage quite significantly. Maiev is a hero that can get you a lot of kills, get you a lot of picks, and then can get you a lot of wombo combos at 10. They don't have the greatest wombo combo setup. They are going to prevent the 40-0 Dream, though, so rip the Dream. Invade coming through here. Junkrat's hidden top. They don't have vision of him. He's coming down. Great move here by Reset. They have no idea where he is. He's going to toss out a mine.
The best chance. Gets tissed inside, but lack of damage, also cleansed right after that root.
Just came down a little bit too late to get that mine. Cleanse being used, as you say, early in this fight. Kind of frustrating, but they do get the better trade here.
It's really hard if you want to press in, and there's the Junkrat on the other side. You get hit by that. Those frag launches all the time. So GLuck was forced to back away from that damage.
Let's see, Relic used his Umbral Bind, but couldn't hit the auto on Tracer. He used it, he wanted it. Rich blinks away, and just a composition that's really tough to use Maiev against because of, like, Rich just like, no, I'm not going to touch that. Why would I? I'm just going to stay in range and do damage.
He goes inside and he dodges everything that comes to him.
Doesn't touch it. He has recall if things get bad. They've got Tastor with Dimensional Shift. And then you and I were talking about earlier, you pull in an Arthas, you can have a bad time. Good block there on Overlord. Actually, could have been pulsed. 10's up. And they're going to use the Riptire against the comp that's strong with Riptire. There's the emergency recall that Rich has if he gets caught.
Everything was used right there. Entangling Root was also there. But a single recall that which was available, Rich knew that going in. Otherwise, he would not have done so.
Lord gets pulsed, does get a lot of shielding here.
Against the level 10, though, I know they're having a 4v4, and Leoric Junkrat staying on top.
It's the double altar here. GLuck is just hoping for the 10, like you say, with Saren top. The shields there from Tyrael kept Overlord alive. They're going to go for the Twilight Dream to prevent Tracer from recalling. It's a great thing to pair with the Warden's Cage as well.
You're looking for that amazing wombo combo to wipe out anyone from KSV.
It's just, you know, it's a really tough thing to execute against this very spread composition of KSV Black. No clumping required. Milky Way going to look to come in here and prevent this altar channel fails. Overlord's 1v1ing against Rich. And, well, we all know how that was going to end. Sanctification used to try to keep Tyrael alive. They do stop the Riptire from blowing up, but it's not going to be enough to win them the fight. KSV Black just destroying here. It all started with Rich getting that pick onto Overlord. Looking for more here. He's got another Pulse Bomb, and I think we know how this is going to end. He already used the jump, I think. Oh, no,
Vault.
Just got
Perfect timing.
Tisk knew, man. He was like, Rich, you mistimed that. He was like, I got you, bro. Didn't happen. I forgot that thing is on I think it's on a 6-second cooldown on this one.
I think it's 9 seconds.
Is it 9? Yeah.
And then after the patch, it's going to be 12 from
That's
what
right.
I know.
Sorry, as soon as I get my 6s and 9s.
6 is like the very first time when
yeah.
Maiev just came out.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Still a very good trait.
But yeah, I mean, it's still on a pretty low cooldown. He gets away. Could have been worse, is what I'm trying to say. Could have been worse. It's not as bad as it was potentially going to be on a different patch.
Rich is actually taking...
He's going to kill Overlord again? Oh my god.
My goodness, how is he playing that kind of way of Tracer? And Blue Beetle is actually having such a hard time because he wants to hold in that E and pair it up with his teammate Maiev all the time, but he can't really do so. He has to hold it out until the bind comes in. but Relic not really getting that much chance.
I mean,
They're losing the synergy.
Overlord is just irrelevant in this game. The Ancestral under Rich.
100 HP heal, maybe?
He lives. Okay, he got like 20% of his health back. Oh, Relic's going to get blown up. Doesn't have the jump this time. I waited this time before I called his death. Didn't have the jump clearly. No vault. Overlord's back in the fight. Trying to put off some damage here. Rich has the shield. They take this bell tower. They are going to look to escort 3 of these pumpkin men in. Looks like they only get 2. And with all the pokes coming through here from Junkrat, GLuck can barely get out of the kill zone. Overlord almost dies in it.
They can't stop Rich. They can't stop Rich or anyone.
Rich has 56k. Look at
damage.
Look at the other team.
We're 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 20 for Maiev, 17 for Overlord.
What in the world
He
is
has
going
more
on?
than triple the damage Li Ming has in this game. He has killed her solo 3 times. This is incredible. He didn't even take Untouchable. If he did, who knows what the number could be.
No one can stop Rich.
Rich is the kind of player who's going to be super happy when the Tracer rework comes out because he's basically perfect. Like, he's like totally fine with the Tracer rework. He's like, you mean like I have less escapes but I do more damage? He's like, why would I ever need to escape? He was just like casually doing damage.
And the rest of the members are just providing some CC. And that's all they have to do. And shielding him, protecting him, and all they can do is all that. And GLuck really not finding a kill. Meanwhile, Rich is able to find kills.
He almost used the pulse bomb there, but held it. Overlord survives. He wants to kill Overlord again.
The damage output that Rich is doing alone, it's...
Do you think Overlord tweeted something bad about Rich? What's the vendetta here?
I have no idea what's happening here. It gets Ancestral. Seems like Twilight Dream was used to bring down Arthas. Maybe. That's a pulse bomb missed. Finally.
Well, next altar phase is... The requirement is for GLuck to get 2. And you know what, actually...
To get 2 or at least get a bell tower down and then get 1.
Yeah, I don't know if they can do that. They don't have enough time.
They don't even have enough range damage. Li Ming has to be at the bottom, which means they can't team fight. They'll be losing 2 at least.
The funny thing is this push, the sappers in the bottom, is actually irrelevant because, you know, 2 kills GLuck either way. Getting the sappers doesn't actually change that. Overlord super aggressively positioned here, doing a lot of damage. The Sank is good. They're waiting with the Riptire. Riptire here for reset. Waiting. Ice block, buying some time here. Does survive with it, but eventually goes down. And Rich, what's he going to do next? To get another kill on Overlord, misses the bomb. Parting gift, not enough. Reset's going to steal the kill. Oh! Gets him over the wall. No kill steal. Rich's got 100% of kills on Overlord so far.
Oh, really? Li Ming dies?
No,
from
it
the
was
storm.
Kyocha gets the kill steal.
Well, that's GG.
Yeah. Do we put 2 Gs on this one? I'm not sure if we do.
BG, maybe. But that's how you win a Maiev comp. Basically, they drafted around what GLuck was trying to do. Wombo combo never ever happened. All the time, the only target that Bind came in was Tracer. Sometimes, but was Ancestral all the time. Sake, double support, seems like a pretty good deal against this Maiev comp.
I think just keep banning Relic's Genji every time until he increases his hero pool. His Maiev was decent, let's say, but it was not up to the standard of, you know, what's needed. 75, take a screenshot right now, 75,000 hero damage in a 12-minute game, 4, 5, and 0. Overlord, 4 deaths. Rich, I think, was responsible for all of those. He didn't get the final blow on that 4th one, but he got 3 picks with pulse bombs into Overlord in the game itself.
Junkrat did less than half of the Tracer damage, but still the 2nd highest damage in all 10 players.
Relic was the most damage on GLuck, and he's 1/3 of the damage of Rich. Let that sink in for a second. Overlord did 26, 1/3 of the damage of Rich.
Well, it was going to be tough for Li Ming and also Malfurion. who's standing in the back line. The burst and the consistent damage from Tracer was unstoppable. I think they were the one that needed Uther. They started out banning Uther.
Yeah, well, how the comp worked out, I think you're certainly right about that.
Mhm.
It would have been helpful. Overlord normally really good with the sorry, not the Tracer, the Li Ming, but
Usually all the mages.
yeah, and also the Junkrat that was taken away from him. But Rich just had his number, man. He looked like he was playing like he had a reason to kill Overlord. Like Overlord said, like it's almost like last time they talked to each other, Overlord said that Rich's Tracer was overrated or something like that, and he had a point to prove. That's our first 2 games of this series. We have a third one.
We have a third one. Yes, we do.
Have a third one.
We do have the third one.
I don't think we have a 4th one.
I do agree.
I don't think we have a 5th one. I mean, if I had to guess, I'm thinking,
I'm the serious guy from Reddit. Like, you know, if we don't have the 4th game, of course you don't have the 5th game. Do you know the logic, Wolf?
I can't believe these casters.
I can't believe you're casting and this is your 2nd year of HGC. You don't know the rule how it works.
I can't believe the casters would predict KSV Black a 3-0 against GLuck.
Wolf is such a Black fanboy.
Wolf is such a Black fanboy. I'm a Rich fanboy after that game though. We're gonna get a tattoo of Rich throwing a pulse bomb.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right. That's possible.
All right, I'm going a little bit deep on this one, guys. We are going to go to a very short break. When we come back, we'll see if GLuck can make a miracle happen to bring the series back. See you then.